All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about the one simple, almost kind of goring secret that makes all the difference between incredible success and just struggling. It's a truth that, honestly, most people completely miss. So, what is this one thing? Right? That's the big question. The mystery we're going to solve right here, right now. And listen, it's not some super complex strategy. It's not a rare gift you have to be born with. Nope. It's something every single one of us can do, but it's also the main reason so many people fall short of what they want to achieve. Okay, so first up, let's dive into something I bet a lot of you have felt. It's called the success paradox. You know that feeling when you're putting in all this work, all this effort, but you're just spinning your wheels. You feel like you're getting absolutely nowhere. Sound familiar? Come on, be honest. You start something new, a project, habit, whatever, with this huge burst of energy. You're all in, but then it gets tough. Or maybe it just flops. And that little voice in your head starts whispering, right? See, nothing you do is good enough. And suddenly, quitting feels like the only option. And that brings us to the big question here. Why do so many people do this? We see it all the time, don't we? People jumping from one shiny idea to the next, totally convinced that this is the one. But they never stick with anything long enough to actually see it pay off. So what's the missing piece of the puzzle? Okay, so before I just give you the answer, we gotta clear the air. We have to tear down some of the common myths about what it really takes to succeed. Because the truth, it's usually buried under a ton of bad advice. First off, it's not talent. Plenty of super talented people end up going absolutely nowhere. And nope, it's not about just getting a lucky break. That's an easy excuse, but it's not the real deal. And this is a big one. It's not even about being some kind of rare genius. The world is full of brilliant people who went nowhere. The real secret is way simpler, and honestly, a lot more powerful. So, you ready? Here it is. The one thing. The single factor that, more than anything else, separates the winners from, well, everyone else. This is what this is all about. The big secret is consistency. Yep, that's it. It's the compounding power of just showing up and doing the work, day in, day out, especially when you're not seeing any results yet. It's all about the work you do when nobody's watching and nobody's cheering you on. I love this quote. Boring consistency beats rare brilliance every time. It just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Real success isn't glamorous. It's not a highlight reel you see on social media. It's boring. It's doing the little things over and over and over until they add up to something huge. That daily grind will always, always beat a random flash of genius. And this really shows the choice we all have to make, right? On one side, you've got the person who quits the second things go wrong. The project flops, and they're out. But on the other side, you've got the winner. And what do? They just keep showing up every single day. That's the fork in the road, and you'd be amazed how many people take the wrong path. So you might be thinking, okay, I get it, but how does this actually work? Well, let me give you a powerful analogy that explains exactly how all that boring effort can build up into something explosive. Let's call it the ignition point. Okay, I want you to picture this. Think of your focus like a magnifying glass on a sunny day. If you keep moving it around, jumping from spot to spot, chasing those shiny ideas, what happens? Absolutely nothing. The energy is scattered. But what happens when you hold it perfectly still on one spot? The heat starts to build. You can't see it at first, and then bam, ignition. That focused, steady hand, that is consistency. And when that fire starts, when your consistent work finally hits that critical point, something absolutely incredible gets activated. This is it. This is the ultimate reward for all that focused, boring effort. It flips the switch on what the source material calls the reality warp engine. Now, hang on, this isn't magic, I promise, but it sure feels like it. It's that tipping point where all your hard work starts creating its own momentum. All of a sudden, opportunities just start appearing. That skill you practice for months, it lands you the perfect gig. The right people just seem to find you. Your progress just takes off like a rocket. So here's the most important part to remember. This engine isn't something you're given. It's something you build. You forge it quietly, day after day, with every little action. And you know what? It doesn't care if you feel like it. It doesn't care if you're motivated that day. It only cares that you show up. The people who get this thing running are the ones who show up anyway. That is the whole secret. So I'm going to leave you with this one question, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. Forget all the noise about talent, luck, or brilliance for a second. Just picture that magnifying glass. What's the one thing you've been jumping around with lately? What's that one spot where you just haven't held it still long enough to start the fire? Find it, focus on it, and just see what happens.